Welcome back to another episode of Original Understudies, where I've gathered the world's most original understudies, and we're going to perform some improv comedy for you, inspired by your suggestions. Today's suggestion actually comes from a review, so if you want to cut to the front of the line, put a review in, and there it is. Otherwise, send an email to originalunderstudiespodcast@gmail.com. All right. Jen Parker, welcome back to Original Understudies.
Why, thank you.
No, thank you. So, you don't usually share your socials.
I sure
but
don't.
if you're willing to give your social security number today, we'll put it down on paper. Otherwise, typically, it's the book on Amazon.
It is.
A Meh-Life Crisis.
It is. That is exactly right. A Meh-Life Crisis. I'm theoretically on social media, but I never check it. I have almost no presence there, despite all advice I've ever been given about getting myself out there.
I just recently, I don't usually go on Twitter at all, but I went on to tell somebody "fuck you" yesterday.
Nice.
I feel like that's all.
Use of Twitter.
Well, I said, "Oh, you dumb fuck." It's basically, but that's I'm not good at social media either.
That sounds like you're doing it right to me.
Thank you. The guy was denying global warming. Sorry, if you don't believe in it, you're still wrong.
You're a dumb fuck.
Sorry, dumb fuck.
I'm sure you changed his mind.
But I did get a whole bunch of likes, and now I think maybe I was wrong about Twitter. And welcome, Max Crandall. Max in Pershing Square. I won't give your exact address, but
I'm in the middle of Pershing Square. I'm sitting on the lawn.
I'm so jealous. I've ever since I've left Chicago, I've always dreamt about going downtown LA.
You can get
I go quite a bit. I just took the train the other day, but living down there must feel very urban. Everything else in LA is so like, ugh.
I used to think I was like, New York. I'm not a New York guy. I like LA. I like the surf vibes. And then living in downtown LA, I'm like, I might actually be like a city boy.
Had you ever lived in a big, tall place before?
No, I love it. It's great.
Where did you grow up?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right.
Not to say there weren't high-rise buildings in downtown, but I lived in the burbs, baby. And then I went to college in Savannah, Georgia. And so this is like my first living in downtown. And I love it. I go out at I walk out my door at 1 a.m. to go to some late night spot to eat. It doesn't feel scary because there's a lot of people out. There's actually people out.
I guess I've had a pretty different experience of downtown LA, but you live really close to that.
I'm not walking around Santee Alley in the abandoned. I'm not on Los Angeles Street or in Skid Row, but I'm you walk out and there's a lot of people outside. And so it feels much less intimidating because you're kind of if there's somebody walking around that's kind of dodgy, you're well, at least there's 20 other people around me to kind of go, hey, look at that dodgy looking guy, Yeah.
I mean, you've never heard of the bystander effect? You could just be even more in danger.
It's true. Getting murdered in front of a group of people.
And they're watching should we do something?
No, we're bystanders.
Someone else will surely step in.
You're supposed to yell fire, right?
Yeah, that's how you get people's attention because otherwise they're just going to keep walking.
You say free
and
shoes.
So it's Uncle Crandy on the social medias,
Crandy,
right?
Yes, that's right.
Sorry, that went off the rails, and I really want to talk about my times walking down 6th Street and through Skid Row late at night, but we'll save it for a different story.
You'll give my whole address next time.
Yes, next time. And Amy Burry, welcome back, Amy.
Hello, it's good to be back.
Are we allowed to look at you online? I don't know what your legal situation is.
You can, but you may be questioned afterward. It just don't leave any comments, any kind of trail. I can't
be found. Does it make it worse that I bring up that you have legal issues every time?
No, I mean, yes, actually, I'm sure it does.
I guess from now on, I'll just say it does. I won't mention it.
Totally legal, Amy Burry.
Head, and then I start spilling more.
I had just forgotten about that. Thanks for bringing it up.
Just start
I'm
calling.
watching the Murdaugh trials right now, and I assume that guy probably shared too much online.
Yeah,
also.
I just wanted to say I'm not involved in that at all.
At all?
At all. So
Is that what your lawyers
that's one
told you to
crime
say?
that I'm not involved in.
And finally, last but not least, Amelia Clover. Welcome back, Amelia.
Thanks for having me.
AmeliaVO.com. What is it? AmeliaCloverVO.com?
So it's AmeliaClover.com if you just want to get all goodness on this. And then on all the socials, it's Amelia Clover VO. And not to step on your toes, Amy, but did you actually share any of your socials, or did we just make fun of your legal troubles?
Good question.
I don't know if I should say she had at some point in time had to shift from some legal ones to a different one because there was something going on with something. I shouldn't bring it up.
Wait, are you not legally allowed to share your socials?
As a person, I will say that there was one time a guest, nobody here, but one time said that they were in a legal battle with a huge corporation and couldn't talk about it. So I shouldn't bring it up.
Oh.
And that's fair, right?
You can find me on Amy Burry One.
All right. Amy Burry One. That's a good one. That's the one that's not riding dirty.
Is it, though? I think it's a fake.
It's one of them. All right. So here's the suggestion. We've got this one. It was a very nice review. And it was titled, it was a 5-star review. So far, lucky us, all of our reviews have been 5-star. I will accept any honest review that's less than 5 stars and still give you the cut to the front of the line with the thing. But I don't know why you'd want to test me. Anyways, Carrying the Torch is the title of the review. And he says, if you're like me, the end of Alchemy, this created a big, lonely hole in my heart. Now the original Understudies has wormed its way in like a warm, huggable, parasitic worm. Give it a shot if you love great improv. I suppose I should throw out a topic suggestion. I'm sure I'm not the only one that this has happened to. Have any of the Understudies thought some fact was true and confidently told others about it only to be proven wrong? Kaelliam.
So it's not necessarily a fact, but for a long time, I thought that there was both the word facade and facade.
Oh no. And they were two separate words.
And they were two
what did
separate
facade
words
mean?
that meant the same thing.
Facade,
So
facade.
is this like a situation like you had heard the word facade and you were like, oh, okay. And then you read the word as facade?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and it wasn't until college that I learned that facade was not a
amazing.
word.
I love it.
Was it because you were talking to somebody and trying to sound like a very smart college student?
Oh, yes.
You're putting on this weird facade right now, and I'm not falling for it.
The building has this post-colonial facade. I was making up some bullshit, but it was, yeah.
It's like
bad.
it's that like wild spelling in American English, you know, that just makes no sense. You know, it's like why is this C pronounced different than every other C that I've ever seen?
I used to think that really dark coffee was just so strong, and I'd sip it and I'd feel the caffeine so much stronger with my dark coffee. And then I found what was not true about it was the darker the coffee, the more you've roasted it, the more you've burned it, the more you burn it, the more you burn caffeine away. So it's the opposite. It's the super light coffee that has all the caffeine.
I think
don't
you
know
just
if
blew a
anybody
lot of minds right now.
Yeah, I'm today years old when I learned about this.
There's some guy like chugging coffee right now going,
Well, that's how I was when I found it out. It was one of those things that I had just always believed it my whole life. And if I really needed to wake up, I'd go for the darkest damn coffee in town. But that's just not how it works. And when you hear it broken down like that, you're like, oh, I guess that makes a lot of sense.
I have, mine's not really a fact for the masses, but I have very clear memories of being on a family vacation in Kauai, Hawaii. And evidently I have not been on this vacation. We've been to Maui as a family, but I'm like, no, we went to Kauai. Like we were snorkeling. I remember the boat. I remember where we went. Did not happen. And I'm quite certain that my family is correct here and that I made it up. But I don't know how I did it.
It's like a Berenstein Bear thing?
Basically, but I'm the only one involved.
That's been in the show a couple times now. I think that there is a multiverse.
Yeah.
Did you say Mandela effect?
Yeah.
The Mandala effect.
I said the mandala. It's the mandala effect. What do you mean Mandela?
It's a Mandela effect in its own.
Right? It's mandala, right? I've always heard it as mandala.
100%. That's right. That's right.
Amelia, do you not know why it's called the Mandela effect?
No, I do know it's about, yes, I do know that.
But for somebody that was listening that didn't, I'm sure we all
version
know.
of the Mandala effect is that his name was Nelson Mandela.
It's catchier.
Original Understudies.
Oh, you gave me this for my birthday last year. Oh, that's awkward.
It's my favorite gift to give.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, but who needs 2 ninja food processors?
It's one of those things that I feel like you can't have enough, like hopes and dreams.
Okay, sure, hopes and dreams. But I don't, all right, I guess I'll just put it next to the other one. Thank you. I mean, it's actually a pretty nice birthday gift.
You're welcome.
Do you have a gift receipt in case it breaks?
No. I burn gift receipts to help the environment.
Oh.
It's my own way of giving back because paper's pollution, so I get rid of it by burning it.
Sarah, did you re-gift this to me?
Alan? What? Wow.
It doesn't seem like you put a lot of thought into it. And I feel like it's a really nice gift. And if you had a gift receipt, I could turn it into something real special. But as it stands, it looks awkward next to the Ninja food processor I have right now.
Okay.
It looks out of place.
Alan, fine.
I mean, I'm not a juice bar. I'm just a guy.
Okay, fine. I went on a game show about 7 years ago and I won a lifetime supply of Ninja food processors. So I get one a month for the rest of my life. Oh. So that's my gift now. Okay. That's what I give.
Well, that's actually not so bad. We could probably turn this into something even better though, right?
Could possibly be better?
Well, think about it. You've been given a gift that not many people have. You could go through a Ninja food processor how often do you get it? A month?
Every month for the rest of my life.
I mean, you don't have to worry about breaking blades, busting motors. What have you always wanted to blend, but just felt like, was against the rules?
A cheese wheel.
Oh, okay.
A wheel of cheese.
All right. Wheel of cheese. That's just not very creative. I'm thinking like batteries or like something crazy.
You want to blend something crazy? I'll blend something crazy.
All right.
What did you always want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a dancer.
Let's blend one of them.
A dancer?
A dancer. Let's blend one.
It's like 11 o'clock at night. Where are we going to find a dancer?
I don't know. Outside. People are walking around. It's a city.
All right. I'm going to put my shoes on.
Okay. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. You're the only person. I feel like an asshole. You're the only friend of mine that got me a gift, and it's got to be worth over $100.
Yeah, you were a real dick about it at first, but we turned it around.
Yes, Miss Sarah Ortiz, we've we're just looking around to figure out who's responsible for so many dancer liquidations in the neighborhood. And we couldn't help but notice there's an obscene amount of ninja blenders in your backyard.
Oh, wow. That is embarrassing. I thought those were plants.
They clearly say ninja blender, and they're all have your name written on them. It's like it was personalized, maybe as a winning of some variety.
Okay, you know what? You busted me. I won a lifetime supply of ninja blenders, and I had my name engraved on all of them. I said I will not take them if they're not personalized. And then fine, I liquidated dancers. Okay, I did it. I'm a murderer. Are you happy?
Actually, I am happy. I'm extremely happy about this. This is my first case. Okay. I have never in my life cracked a case. I can't believe I cracked a case.
Oh my God. Congratulations. This is really big for you. We should celebrate.
Oh, hold on. I got to call back to the station. Hello. Hey, this.
Yeah. Hello. 911.
It's Lieutenant Rogers. I just, I did it. I cracked the liquid dancers.
Are you serious?
I did.
Hey, everybody, Rogers cracked their first case.
No way. What the fuck?
No,
I never thought that schmuck would get anything.
Shut up, Brent.
That's right. Nobody had any trust in you. This is incredible.
Well, I did.
Wow.
I found Sarah. Sarah, tell him what you just told me.
I did it. I'm a murderer.
Oh, you did it.
Get Dad on the phone.
Schmuck.
All right. Okay.
Get Dad.
Dad, hey, Chief, hey, here you go. Someone's got something special to tell you.
Who's on the line? Can't you see I'm playing Sudoku?
Hey, it's your daughter. Here you go.
Hey, Dad, it's Melissa. Hey.
Melissa, it's pretty tough right now. You shouldn't be calling me because everybody already thinks of nepotism, that you're only on the force because...
Dad, just give me a minute. Just Sarah, tell my dad now.
Hey, my name's Sarah Ortiz. I'm a murderer. I murdered people.
Who did you murder?
Dancers. I liquefied a bunch of dancers.
Oh my God. Melissa, I love you. I'm so sorry.
I've never said that
love you.
Yeah, and I went to the doctor, and he told me that it's probably just indigestion, but just to be safe, I'm not eating any gluten, because I don't want to grow any taller, obviously. So just cutting that out.
That's interesting. So the doctor told you that eating gluten would make you taller and impact your indigestion.
Oh, well, no. I mean, the doctor didn't tell me gluten. The doctor told me I just had indigestion. I thought I had cancer. I went on Wikipedia. I typed in I was like, my stomach hurts. Mm-hmm. It said cancer. So I went to the doctor. I was like, obviously I have stage 3 cancer. Mm-hmm. He said indigestion.
Okay.
You should probably eat a little less.
Yeah. So
in food. But I mean, we all know that gluten makes you grow taller. I mean, we all know. He didn't have to tell me that. We all of us already know.
So yeah, that's definitely not a fact, and it is going to affect your job here at Bimbo Bread Company, where you're testing our bread. That's your sole job.
That's why I'm talking to you, because obviously it's gonna affect my job. I can't be eating bread all day. But do you want like a giant living here or something?
I'm just saying. I think maybe you should double check your facts before you go giving up such a great opportunity.
I don't know that I appreciate the way you're belittling me right now.
Did you say belittling?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you not know the word beluddle? Sorry.
So
I don't mean to laugh at you.
No,
but that's so silly. You don't know what beluddle means.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't know everything. I'm not claiming to know everything. It's just that, but you have come in here with some facts and some words that seem just, you're a man. So,
Oh, okay. I see what this is.
You're making, maybe you seem like you're right because you're confident, but they might not be.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Okay. I get what you're hinting at. I come in here, you want me to save my job. I'm not interested. Okay. All right. So
okay.
belittle me all you want. All right.
Oh no, officer! I've got nothing to hide. You're welcome to come into my house. Yeah.
You're sure you've got nothing at all to hide? No, you're not.
Absolutely nothing. I mean, would you like me to walk you around? This is, I don't know what you call this part. This is the entrance.
It's a foyer.
And over here. Foyer. It's my foyer. That sounds silly.
Foyer.
And this is my living room or family room, but I don't have a family, so I just call it a living room. And then, yeah.
Just can you show me where the stolen goods are?
Stolen goods.
Yep. There's a robbery that happened downtown, and I believe that you're it. You're the robber.
Oh my God. I was so afraid that I was being associated with the blending dancers fiasco.
Wait a minute. Is that, are you guilty of that? You got to tell me if you're guilty.
Do I?
It's a law.
Oh, I thought you were here about robberies. I didn't do any robberies.
Look, I'm a really bad detective. And
okay. It feels like entrapment.
Is that a law?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've always thought.
Look, I'm on thin ice with my dad, okay?
Uh-huh.
It seems...
That sucks.
Yeah, it's really sucks.
I didn't get along with my parents until well after college, but you seem like you're well after college too, and you still rough it.
Yeah, 49. And my dad still doesn't like me.
You might just be an asshole.
Well, I could be an asshole. Do I seem like an asshole?
Yeah. When you start bringing up stuff like bringing me to jail, sure. It was my birthday just a week or so ago, and I had one night of fun.
I'm sorry.
Okay, and now you're going to hold it against me because I blended some dancers up?
Wait. No, the apartment looks great. I'm really interested. I was really hoping for a foyer, and I noticed this one has a foyer.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're in the foyer right now.
Okay, because on the paper it says it's a foyer, and I'm a wealthy person, so I was hoping for a foyer. So you can understand my conundrum.
God, I don't know. I really need this sale. You are absolutely, you know what? We can build a foyer for you.
Okay, so I am trying to be clear. I want a foyer. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. Shit.
Honey.
Okay.
Honey.
Sorry.
Did you ask him about the whole bidet in the toilet room?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you guys, we're looking for a bidet, but on the paper it says there's a bidet, and I mentioned we're wealthy.
God, don't know how to do this and have you still like me. Okay. This is a German bidet. The brand is Bidet.
Okay. All right. I'm interested.
Okay. All right.
I'm interested.
Okay.
Sweetheart, are you sold?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And you talked to him about the foie gras?
We have it. Does the refrigerator come stocked? The question is, does the refrigerator come stocked?
Yeah, we got some bubbly water in there. And some... There is... Yeah, of course. God, you guys...
Yeah.
Have you ever read before? I'm sorry if this is insulting. Have either of you ever read before?
I've read several audiobooks.
Original Understudies.
When I was on tour, the rule of the car was the driver is the DJ. And there's a lot of people will play all different kinds, whatever their favorite kind of music is. Lucky for me, a couple of the people in the car liked the Grateful Dead and Fish and like my style of music. So when it would come to my turn, I would listen to books on tape, because I need something like, the best of music is enjoyed with your eyes closed and like dancing with your eyes closed. And that's not safe for me to drive. So for me to stay focused, I need a podcast, I need talk radio, or I need a book on tape. And so I would listen to long books on tape sometimes. The Stand I listened to. And the people in the car would get upset because they would like use the time in the car to sleep. And like they would wake up and like be at some new part of The Stand and like have no idea what was going on. It's not like a show you can jump in and jump out of. It was, Stephen King's most longest book of all.
I would have been so mad at UFOs in that car.
That's the motto. That's what The Stand is known for. It's Stephen Cook's longest. Stephen Fry. Yeah, Stephen Fry's longest book. No, it's Stephen King's longest book.
Yeah. What do you guys do? You listen to music when you need to stay awake driving late at night or long hours?
I have to listen to music that I can sing along to if I start falling asleep.
Okay. Yeah. Singing along helps. But if people are sleeping in the van and you're singing along, I don't think they know well. it, but they wouldn't have liked it any more than me listening to The Stand silently because I'm not speaking along with The Stand.
I mean, my number one choice whenever I'm driving at night is to talk to someone on the phone. That's the best.
That is good. When I drove across the country to move here from Ohio to move to Los Angeles, I listened to The Lord of the Rings, like the entire. Ooh. I barely listened to music at all. I listened to The Lord of the Rings on tape, and I did it really slow. I did like camping, so it was like a 4 or 5 day trip, to get out here. And by the end of it, my inner monologue was like this fakey British accent that the guy narrating. I was like driving and I'd be like, oh, what a beautiful town we've entered into.
I don't know if you can remember this, but what did they do for the songs in Lord of the Rings? Did the guy just read it out loud? I couldn't, my own internal voice when I was reading the book, it couldn't even translate it. I had to skip over a lot of the songs.
I don't remember, but I imagine, it was just him. He did like a lot of voices, so I'm sure he just did like some bad Elven voice and sang it.
What I would do is tell the microphone, well, we're about to get into some Elven words that are not English and none of us know what it is. So we're skipping this. We're skipping this. Back to the story.
He's reading it. He's like, and Bilbo entered Lothlorien, and then there's a bunch of lame Elven stuff, so we're skipping it.
I took a road trip with a friend's family when I was in high school, and a few friends, and the dad was driving, and we timed it once because he had this tendency to put the radio on scan. And if anyone's too young for that, I don't know if that's even still a thing, but you put not us people listening, if you put the radio on scan, it's to find any active radio stations. And we timed it once and it was on scan for 8 full minutes.
Original Understudies.
Belinda walked into her dining room and looked at her husband. The love was no longer there. She wanted him to know how much she missed who he used to be. Hey, honey, can you pass the salt? She said.
Yeah, here you go.
How did he get so fat? She wondered to herself. How did he get so unattractive? Where was the young buck she'd once...
Mom, do you mind if I...
What?
Do you mind if I eat by myself? Oh. Do you mind if I eat by myself? I don't really like you talking about Dad in front of me like that.
Oh, her son. Such a sad, simple creature. When he came out of her womb, wiggling, screaming, and red, he was beautiful, all full of possibility. And now he just eats Chex Mix in front of the television. What?
You gotta stop. What are you doing? You're gonna give the kid a complex.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just eating breakfast. Damien, you can stay here with the family. What a little shit. Took after his father.
Dad, maybe we could just go out to breakfast.
Buddy, why don't you just take your cereal in the other room and watch some cartoons, huh?
Okay. Gummy bears.
Do you understand what you're doing here?
He asked with a grunt, his arms folded.
Talk to me, huh? Come on. You've been listening. You started going to this book club, this audio book club every Friday. And ever since then, I don't think we had a bad marriage, but I don't know. We had a perfect marriage, but
Bill, it's helping me cope. Okay. I've been sad. I've had postpartum depression for 12 years. Okay. This is helping me get through that. Okay.
He's only 9.
Yeah. It started before he was born. It was like a feeling. Okay. It was a feeling that I knew that it was going to be a hard pregnancy and a hard kid to deal with. She was so tired of all this. And what if he ever found out about Adam?
Wait,
What
who's
would he
Adam?
think?
Who's Adam?
What?
Yeah, no, it's so good to finally meet you after chatting online for so long. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself as we get to know each other. My job is mostly I'm a British telephone operator. Like I'm an operator, but in British.
Oh God. That's going to be difficult for me. As far as being roommates.
Oh yeah, like why is that? Sorry, just a little taste of my work life. Why would that be difficult?
I kind of just like get really annoyed with British accents. And sometimes I just tune them out altogether. So like I may not hear like a lot of what you say. I don't know.
Oh yeah, but like what if it's late at night, yeah? Like, see, sometimes I just go right into it. It's like such an ingrained part of my authentic personality now, my work life.
Tara, we really appreciate you putting in a pretty good first couple of weeks here at the British phone lines.
Yeah.
But do you know why we hired you?
Yeah, because I'm well good at accents.
Honestly, it was because, over there in Britain, it's kind of fun to listen to an American's accent. And what's coming across is, I don't know. It sounds like you're making fun of them and not me. Oh my, I think it's hilarious. I mean, I do think it's hilarious, but
just because it's just funny that I'm not good at it.
Well, no,
I guess.
what's funny is that you think that we're hiring you to do a fake accent for the real people of Britain. You know, they're wanting to have a refreshing American accent. You know, what everybody's waiting for.
Okay, well, I'll try an American accent. I don't know if I can do it as well as I can do a British accent, but I'll try it.
Okay, well, whenever the first call comes in.
Oh, man. Boy, I've had such a bad day. I better call up the old British hotline, hear myself a nice American accent and calm myself down. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Operator, this is an American speaking.
Hello?
Hello, this is America. I'm from America.
Yeah. All right, then. I just had a...
Tara, stop the fake American accent. Just...
I'm doing an American accent. You told me to do an American accent.
The one you're talking now. This accent.
This is just my regular accent. It could be from anywhere. It's broadcast English.
You sound like Midwest.
I have carpet in my living room.
All right, yeah, okay. That's very American. All right, tell me some more.
Fred is a man who plays football.
Wait a second.
Fred plays
Now, hold on a
football.
second there. Americans don't... Wait, are you talking about American football?
Charles, you better not be talking alone again.
Oh, fuck, it's me wife. All right, come on, I'm close. Just say a couple more American things.
Can you pass the Velveeta cheese slice?
Oh, God. Oh, that was the worst ever. I'm complaining. I'm going to lodge a complaint right after my wife leaves me. Goodbye.
Now, I know you're all here to see Stephen King and get your book, your copy of The Stand signed, but I'm afraid he couldn't make it. So me, Stephen Fry, is here with my book, the Not Sitting. So I will happily sign that book for you. And
if we were to try to wait for Stephen King, what would the odds be that we could wait it out?
he actually just stopped coming to Boston.
Stopped?
He decided it's too far from Maine. So he's not coming, but I'm snatching up all those spots.
But your book is so flimsy and thin.
Oh my! Wait, have you read it?
I haven't, but I mean, this is like a children's book size. Like I was looking for something thick with girth, you know.
Oh, I mean, the Not Sitting is in a series of books. I have the Unpleasantness. Also, I have a Sack of Steel. Like it's all kinds of good stuff. I actually narrate the audiobook if you're interested.
Oh, yeah. Stephen, it's me, Hugh Laurie. What happened to your accent?
I got rid of it. I didn't think...
What happened to your British accent, Stephen Fry?
I didn't think it made me feel like I was as relating to the common man. So, a couple of classes and out the door.
Oh, all right then.
Hugh,
as me, Hugh Laurie, of course, I played Dr. House on the show House. So when I did that role, I took on an American accent. But when I went home back to England, I went back to my English accent, you know? But Stephen, I just don't know what's going on here, you know?
I've been meaning to talk to you, Hugh, about how you've betrayed your own British accent.
I do sound a bit more Cockney than I remember.
We're all really worried about you. I chose this, but you're just slipping away.
I don't know who I am anymore, Stevie boy. I don't know. I've fallen into so many roles. Who are we?
Have you thought about, I don't know, maybe going to some speech therapy or, you know what you should do? You should join one of those British hotlines. They'll get you right up, back on your Britishness.
The British hotlines in where everybody speaks American, or the British hotlines in where everyone's British and talks to Americans.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've been looking at our phone bill, and I think our little Brian's been calling dirty numbers. Something's racking up some charges on our phone bill, honey.
Well, it definitely wasn't me.
I didn't say it was.
I just wanted to say that, first of all, it definitely wasn't me, and it was definitely Brian. So let's really lay the book down. Let's lay the law. What is the saying? Let's just handle it quickly and matter-of-factly and then move on like it never happened.
Okay, well, that's what I was thinking we should do.
We may not even have to actually even tell him, why, what he did and why he's being punished. We'll just punish him, and then we'll move on and pretend it never happened, that no one was calling the numbers that are present on our phone bill.
Danielle, did you call this dirty number? What does this dirty number hook up to? Don't make me dial it, Danielle. Don't make me do it.
It's okay. Okay. How can I say this? All
right, that's it.
Have you heard? Okay.
No, go ahead. I'll give you one last chance to tell me before I dial these numbers. Because if I dial these numbers, then it's going to be too late for you to apologize the old-fashioned way with honesty.
Well, let's just see how long I can hold out.
That's it. That's it. God damn it. Beep, boop, beep, boop, 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 bop.
Wait.
Okay, hung up. Oh, I didn't hang up fast enough. Hello? Hello? Who is this?
Hello, you've reached the Scottish hotline. How you doing? I've got me haggis here. I'm going to cut into it. Eat me a
I'm a freak, okay, honey? I'm a freak.
Okay, if you wanted somebody to talk dirty to you, you could have just asked me. I'll talk dirty to you.
It's just that you're not factually correct when you use a Scottish accent, and that's what bothers me the most, okay? Instead of bogs, it's bogues.
Oh, I had no idea.
Instead of, there's so many other words.
That's the only one I usually use, though.
Specifically Scottish.
Bogues. It doesn't sound Scottish at all. I just didn't know.
Hi, Mommy. I found your shillelagh in the garage.
Here, Brian, give me that shillelagh. Listen, Brian.
You don't even say shillelagh right.
Shillelagh?
It's the accent was there at one point. It's just that you just don't say the words right.
All right, fine.
And I need the words.
Fine. If you need a Scotsman as much as it sounds like you need one, then let's invite one into our home. Let me call this beep boop boop beep boop pop.
Hello? You've reached the Scottish hotline. I've got me haggis here. I'm cutting into it.
Is this a recording or is there somebody there?
Oh no, there's someone here. Yeah.
Listen,
Do you want to hear me cutting to me haggis?
No, stop it.
All right.
Stop it. My marriage.
The last time I just had him quote
Danielle, I'm not asking him to
Banshees of
quote something.
Inisherin.
I'm going to ask this man to move in with us, okay?
Okay.
Where are you located?
I'm located on the Scotch Isles, right near the Blarney Stone.
What if I told you we could get you into a little place called America?
Well, I'd have to say that's my dream come true.
Original Understudies.
This is going to sound so crazy. Not nearly as crazy as that last part of the scene.
I was like, how do you do a Scottish? I was like digging so deep. I was like, where is it?
Who's going?
I do Gamefront, which is video game YouTube videos, and I do it with Morgan. And there's also one of the owners of Gamefront's name is Danny, and he is from Manchester,
England? I think that's right. Yeah.
Manchester, England.
Yeah, there's a Manchester in England.
I know the
in New
football
England.
team, Manchester United.
Manchester United.
And I was hanging out with him. Well, the night before I watched the movie Full Monty. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. It's a very good movie. But the way that they talk is so bizarre. It was almost like I had to have the subtitles on to understand it. And the next day I was hanging out with him and I said, Danny, I want you to answer me honestly. Like, who's harder to understand, me or the cast of the Full Monty? And he said easily the cast of the Full Monty. It seems
was easier to understand.
I guess if that's the, because
if that is your accent.
Well, his accent is like what I would call in between. Like his is not as strong as the Full Monty movie, but I guess it's closer to the Full Monty than my I guess Chicago style accent.
When I went to New Zealand. And when I was with people there, they were like, I was talking just about my experiences and like how sometimes it was hard for me to be understood. And they were like, oh yeah, it's because you have such a thick accent. And I was like, I don't have an accent. Everyone talks like me. You have an accent.
I had an Uber driver the other day with from South Africa, and he killed me because I was like, oh yeah, you've got a bit of an accent. He's like, yeah, it's weird. I didn't have one until I moved here. That's great, bro.
That's really good.
I had this is when I first moved out here, I couldn't pronounce a lot of the street names because they're like Spanish, but also not said in a Spanish way. Mm-hmm. And I hopped into a taxi and I asked to go to La Cienega.
You asked that? You said La Cienega?
I said La Cienega. And my black cab driver was like, what did you just say?
It's crazy though. Like at first I totally hear you. When I moved here, I had no idea how to say almost any of them. But you know who else doesn't know how to? The like maps. Like take a turn on Sepulveda. Like I can't even remember how awful.
Yeah.
Sepulveda.
How do you pronounce it? Is it Sepulveda? Right?
Sepulveda, yeah.
Thank God. Because if I was like, sometimes you don't find out until way later that you've been saying something wrong. Like I called it Italian dressing my whole childhood. And then somebody had to break it to me. You don't call it Italia. It's not Italy. Italian dressing. But like Italian dressing is what they call it in the Midwest. Somebody, Amy, you're from Minnesota. It's Italian dressing.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. It's Italian. It's definitely Italian. And my mom said for the quesadillas for a long time.
My mom still says quesadillas. No. I think because she said it for so long.
Yeah.
I had a friend who did, listless, like I'm feeling listless. He would do listless.
Oh,
so he was like, are you feeling listless? And I was like, I'm sorry, what did you ask?
Do you mean the word restless?
No, listless.
No, I don't know
listless.
that word. Oh, gosh.
What do you hate, Daughter by Pearl Jam? Like, what are we doing here?
Listless means like you're like, you're like,
listless. Breakfast table.
It sounds like you don't have a list.
I always thought it said this.
I've never really been confronted with the word listless.
It's kind of like woebegone.
Well, that's no help.
Of Lake Wobegon?
The NPR now.
Original Understudies.
Listen, if you want to be productive on the factory line, you got to follow a list. And I don't see you anywhere with a list here. I'm looking under all your papers. What order of operations are you following, Mary? Are you just listless over here? Mary, take your headphones off. For God's sakes, I'm the boss and I don't even think you're listening to me.
Fine, I don't have a list. I'm listless.
Okay.
I'm listless with no lists.
Well, okay, we'll pull a pen out. There's plenty of paper here. We'll start with a list. We'll get you a list and you're going to be up to speed in no time. I usually start my list.
You know what? I have to tell you something.
What?
I also feel really alone.
Mary, this job is not a teamwork job. It's a solo job at the factory. Okay?
It's just this room is so empty. It just has this breakfast table and this
Come here, Mary, walk over to this window and look down at this factory line below us. Look at all those people. They aren't lonely, but they're shoulder to shoulder crowded. You have so much space up here.
I know, but as I tried to tell you, I'm feeling alone, listless, breakfast table in an otherwise empty. What?
Angela, I want to marry you and for you to be my fiancé.
I would love to be your fiancé. There's nothing more that would make me happy than to be your fiancé.
Don't laugh. This is really vulnerable.
You guys are engaged. Congratulations. Is she still doing the thing where she doesn't know how to? You're still playing along with her not being able to pronounce anything?
Yes, I thought that it was a cute, fun game that we had for a long time, and turns out she really just doesn't know how to say any words.
I mean,
very few words.
What are you gonna do? What about when you have kids? They're gonna teach the kids how to say things incorrectly.
I'm just gonna get them in on the game very early, and we'll all just have. I mean, lots of families have lies.
You're gonna live your life just behind your back, making fun of your spouse, and you're just gonna.
Do you want a Sprit or do you want a Pepsi? Which do you want to drink in with your vodka?
We'll have a vodka spritz.
Can I get a whiskey with a little bit of cookie in it?
Oh,
Coming right up.
thanks, Bobby.
All right, it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun.
It's fun. And I mean, we're not one of those families with like a murder in our, that we're hiding or something like that. So it's like, it's just,
yeah. Speaking of though, there's something weird I've been meaning to ask you about. What's with all the ninja blenders you guys have in the closet? You guys just have I was looking for a coat rack to hang up my jacket.
Have you ever heard of the game show Who Wants to Be an Engineer?
I have.
I need to have all of our board members together. We've got some serious discussions to have over the use of our product. Everybody sit down.
Yeah, all right.
Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the headlines, but people aren't using our product the way it's described on the box. Okay.
Well, I mean, they're not. You're talking about our ninja blenders?
Yes, I'm talking about our ninja blenders.
I mean, they can blend anything. I don't know how you use it incorrectly.
Well, I'll tell you what is happening. People are killing people. It's murder. Okay.
Well, people have been killing people for centuries. I hardly think that's our fault.
Ninja blenders don't kill people. People kill people.
Oh,
it's true. But we haven't put any.
Our Kiwi friend has a good point.
Yes.
Oh, we're not going to call her our Kiwi friend anymore. We've been told.
I'm sorry, our Kiwi CEO. Thank you. Good point.
Okay. Listen, we need to put something on the side of this box that legally gets us unresponsible. I don't know if there's a better word for it, but we need a safety precaution here.
How about like, don't kill people?
Can somebody translate that for me?
Yes.
I believe she said, don't kill people.
That's a good one. That's good.
Well, yeah, we could just put unresponsible.
I spent a summer.
Sorry, say again.
I'm sorry. I was just saying I spent a summer in New Zealand.
I wasn't talking to you. It sounded like it was,
my apologies.
I'm so sorry. I know.
Any chance you get, Jerry, you're just always going to bring up the summer you spent in New Zealand.
Okay, you're right. Guilty as charged. The sheep, they're everywhere.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we don't need to hear another goddamn story about sheep, okay?
I got the pictures I took in Hobbiton if anybody wants to see them.
No, nobody wants to see them.
We've already seen them, all right? We already seen them.
So you said something before he over.
Unresponsible.
Oh, thank you. Unresponsible. I think that's the word I used.
I know. I think it's good. I think it's packageable.
Oh, so you're saying I came up with the idea. Well, that's pretty good. All right.
Right?
What do you think of that, our Kiwi?
How about like, don't you egg?
Huh?
Don't egg. Like, oh, you stupid ass. Don't egg. Like that.
Yeah, we'll put that on.
Hey, you stupid ass. You murder, don't be stupid ass. You egg. Like that.
Okay, we'll
We might need you to translate that
could
one.
you? I know that you spent
I'll do
some
it
time
in
in
an
New Zealand.
American. I'll
Could you
do it in an
translate that for
American
us?
accent. I'll do it in an American accent. Do you?
She says she's going to do it in an American accent.
We heard that.
Velveeta cheese, a Velveeta cheese slice.
Oh, man. I just having such a rough day. Got to call the Kiwi hotline. See if they'll speak to me in New Zealand. Beep, boop, bop, beep, boop.
Yes, Kiwi hotline.
I'm having a real bad day. Can you tell me a little bit about the sheep?
Oh yeah, the sheep is out there, aren't they? They're like badass. They're out in the field. They've got cows. There's a bunch of sheep. Look at them jumping. They're like jumping ass.
Oh, that's really good. Tell me what Peter Jackson's like.
Oh, he's an egg. He's a stupid egg. He's over in Hobbiton with that guy who owns the ranch. He owns this big ranch, and they built the Hobbit houses, and they leave them up year round. But they didn't at first. At first, they took them all down. It was just a facade. It wasn't the full house. It was just the facade of the house.
Sweetheart,
that's good.
sorry, I
real
see you're on the
close.
phone, honey, but
Yes. Mm-hmm.
why do you have a Ninja blender plugged in right next to you? Honey, what are you thinking about doing?
The idiot. It seemed that he was on to her. He didn't realize why she was calling the hotline, but he knew of his death. How did that happen?
Honey?
She would fool him easily.
Honey, put that Ninja blender down. What are you doing?
What? I'm just bringing it towards you.
I don't...
A convincing lie.
I don't need any vegetables chopped, and I can hear your inner monologue. You're taking it out loud.
Oh no, the jig was up. Lunge.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Original Understudies. This episode wouldn't be possible without our mastering engineer, Toivo Kallio, and our amazing cast that I'm so proud of. Aaron Martin, Will Morris, and of course, Kevin Prado. But unfortunately, our cast members were unable to attend today's performance, and what a scare it was. Luckily, we had the original understudies on the sidelines just waiting for the opportunity to step in their absence. I have no reviews to read. It is really upsetting. I'm angry, I'm upset. I've screamed as much as I can without losing my voice. Please put a review in. And if you're not going to do a review, then please send an email to originalunderstudiespodcast@gmail.com and give us a suggestion that you'd like us to use to inspire our show. A conversation starter. Or really any old email you send me. I'll read it. I'll read it out loud.
Original Understudies.